Well, double duty dinners are a great way to cut down on extra cooking. You can make a major meal one night and use the leftovers for a new meal the next day. And here to show us how to cook once but eat twice is owner of the Kansas City Dietitian Bethany Frazier. Now, first off, we have a lot of great food here, which smells fantastic. What are some ways that we can prevent meal boredom? I think a lot of us find those meals that are our go-to meals, and then we know they're easy, so we make them and put them on the planner every single week.
Yes, yeah, and I think a lot of us are not great with leftovers, so you don't want to have the same meal twice. So what we're going to make today is actually converting a really simple dish into an amazing leftover that you won't even know it's the same meal.
All right.
So we're going to make roasted vegetables. The trick to roasted vegetables is you want to make sure that they're all similar in size, because I don't have time to put multiple dishes in the oven, change the temperature. There's no time for that.
No.
Yeah, so you put them all in. My roasted vegetables, I put them all in the oven at 400 degrees.
Okay.
Broccoli cooks a little bit quicker, so I might not have it in, I might toss it in a little bit later. But I always cover my pan in aluminum foil, because then at the end, you just wrap it up, toss it in the fridge.
So that's the most important part about prepping those vegetables, keeping them the same size and cooking them all together.
Yes, and when I keep it very simple too, because I want to reuse them.
Yeah.
So olive oil, 1 to 2 tablespoons, and then I use a little bit of salt and pepper, and then I actually add a little bit of turmeric.
Turmeric?
Very mild in taste.
Okay.
But it's got a lot of good anti-inflammatory benefits.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you're doubling up on your dishes too.
Oh, well,
it does make your light-colored vegetables a little bit yellow.
Yeah.
So your kids might be like, "Why are my potatoes yellow?"
Yeah, look a little different there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I always have potatoes and sweet potatoes in my roasted vegetables, because I have picky eaters. And then I pick a third one that's a little bit of a challenge. So broccoli, Brussels sprouts, or beets, something that's a little different.
And your kids will go after the broccoli when you cook it this way?
Yes, yes.
Wow.
And then I add a protein to it. I think the easiest way to add a protein, so this one I added rotisserie chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, so you could grab it on your way home from work.
Yeah.
If it's already, if you grab it on your way home from work, then you don't have to reheat it. But if you have leftovers from the night before or something, you can toss it in. There's still leftover beef, even like kielbasa sausage, or edamame, something like that you could just toss in and mix it all together.
Well, let's talk about maybe kind of making one and freezing it. How can I freeze my vegetables for even a better or a quicker meal prep?
Yeah, so really the only vegetable that doesn't freeze very well are the potatoes.
Yeah.
So everything else you can chop and just freeze, or you can buy frozen vegetables, but I think it's pretty easy to make your roasted vegetables, freeze them, and then pop them out on a busy work night.
So you want to season them, cook them, then freeze them?
You can do it that way, or you can do it just chopped and frozen.
And then just let them defrost before you make it. Okay, well, awesome. Well, when using those leftovers to make your next meal, what things do I need to know to do that?
So you're gonna want to reheat your vegetables. You can do it in the microwave, you can do it in the oven. Oven will be a little bit crispier, of course.
Sure.
And then you can, if you don't have leftovers, this recipe is still really easy to make. I mean, we eat all of our leftovers sometimes. All these veggies, right?
Right, they're good for you.
So you can just grab a bag of salad, or in a rotisserie chicken again, or whatever, lunch meat, whatever you want to get that's quick. But this recipe is very simple. It has about a tablespoon of ranch dressing, 2 tablespoons of your favorite barbecue sauce. We all have our favorite, and then about a tablespoon of Greek yogurt. You mix that all together. The way to get the best flavor, most people think, oh, I need to toss all my veggies in it. Actually, it's best if you spread it right onto the wrap.
Oh, okay.
And that will make it, you get the little bit into each bite.
Yeah.
And then I'll toss a little bit of whatever I have left over onto the veggies, and it's a totally different meal. No one will know that you had the exact same meal twice. Your kids will be fooled. Everyone will be fooled that you had the same meal twice.
Those are some great tips. I'm super hungry now. So thank you. I'm definitely going to use some of these for my kids, because I have the pickiest eaters sometimes, it seems like. So if I can get my kids to eat broccoli based on this, I'll pay you a lot of money.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Bethany, thank you so much.
Yes, thanks.
Belinda?